Barack Obama just shattered the internet and the rumors with one joke, "She took me back." It was touch and go for a while. That was the former president's dramatic and deliberately cheeky response to weeks of swirling divorce speculation, and he said it right to Michelle Obama's face, with a smile, on the brand new July 16th episode of the In My Opinion podcast. Yes, that podcast, the one co-hosted by Michelle herself and her brother Craig Robinson. The rumors had reached a boiling point, and finally, the Obamas responded, together. This marks the first time Barack and Michelle have publicly addressed the speculation that's been haunting headlines since early this year. Whispers of trouble began when Michelle was noticeably absent from key public events, most notably President Jimmy Carter's funeral on January 9th and, more controversially, Donald Trump's second inauguration, which took place under heavy political tension. To the internet, Michelle's absence wasn't just a scheduling conflict, it was seen as a silent signal that something had fractured inside the former first couple's famously strong bond. As the months passed and public appearances together became rare, the rumor mill exploded. TikTok, Reddit, tabloid covers, everyone had a theory. Were they secretly separated? Were the daughters taking sides? Was Michelle done with public life, or done with Barack? But when the couple finally addressed the drama, they did so with a perfect mix of humor, honesty, and emotional clarity. The conversation began with Craig jokingly asking them, "What, you guys like each other?" Barack, never one to miss a beat, leaned into the sarcasm and replied, "Apparently, she took me back." It was touch and go for a while. It was a light jab at the speculators, but the message was clear, there's no divorce. Michelle, however, didn't just laugh it off. She got real. "There hasn't been one moment in our marriage where I thought about quitting my man," she said firmly. That's a direct quote, unfiltered, unshaken. She admitted that their marriage had its highs and lows, like any couple, but she stressed that those challenges only made her stronger. She spoke about how much work a long-term relationship takes and made a point that stunned even her most loyal fans, the backlash she got just for saying no to public events. Michelle revealed that her absence from major events wasn't a statement about her marriage, but a declaration of autonomy. "People couldn't believe I was saying no for any other reason, they had to assume my marriage was falling apart," she explained. It was a powerful insight into how women, particularly powerful Black women in the public eye, are constantly being dissected for every move they make and often misinterpreted. Barack, always introspective when it comes to Michelle, added something that deepened the moment even more. He admitted that after leaving the White House, he had slipped into a deep deficit with Michelle, emotionally and relationally. He confessed that he had been trying to make it up to her over the last few years by investing more fun, quality time into their relationship. It was an honest look at what happens to even the most iconic marriages when the spotlight dims and the real work begins. This revelation wasn't just personal, it was a masterclass in vulnerability. The Obamas weren't here to give a glossy PR statement. They were showing us the messy, human side of partnership. It wasn't all laughs either. Michelle admitted the rumors affected people close to them. Her brother, Craig, told a story about a stranger walking up to him in Wichita, Kansas, asking with concern, "What did he do?" As if Barack had committed some unspeakable betrayal. Craig had to reassure them with a smile, "Don't worry, everything's fine." And then there was the infamous quote from Michelle that sent social media into meltdown earlier this year, when she said she was so glad she didn't have a son because he would have been another Barack. Critics took it as a veiled jab, but in this podcast, she placed it all in context. She's not criticizing her husband, she's celebrating her own growth, her independence, and the fact that she's finally living life on her own terms, in her 60s, after decades of service, sacrifice, and scrutiny. So why had they been so quiet until now? The answer might be simpler than we think. They didn't feel the need to address every internet rumor until those rumors started to distort the truth of their love story. And that story, as Barack and Michelle confirmed with a united front, is still going strong. Let's not forget, this couple met in 1989, married in 1992, raised 2 daughters, and led America through one of its most transformative decades. Their bond isn't a fairy tale, it's a lived-in, time-tested partnership with all the flaws and triumphs that come with it. From Sasha's college graduation to Malia's career in television writing, the Obamas continue to support their family and each other with grace, even when the world tries to tear them down with rumors. And now, with their joint podcast appearance aired on July 16, 2025, they've finally put the gossip to bed. Their message is clear: you can be independent, you can set boundaries, you can evolve, and still be deeply, unshakably in love. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.